Okay, we're now going to take a look at the muscles of the eye, and there are 6 muscles of the eye. When we look at the eye, this is the person's right eye, right? Here's the nasal bone, here's the maxilla, here's the lacrimal bone. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 muscles of the eye. 4 of them have the term rectus in it, and 2 of them have the word oblique. So 4 have the term rectus in it, and 2 have the term oblique. So let's look at the 4 rectus muscle. The one right on top, superior rectus. The one on the bottom, inferior rectus. The one on the inside, medial rectus. The one on the outside, lateral rectus. So this is where knowing your anatomical reference terminology is important, because we know up on top is superior, below is inferior. When you move away from midline, it's lateral, and when you move towards midline, it's medial. So superior rectus, inferior rectus, medial rectus, lateral rectus. Medial rectus pulls the eye medial, lateral rectus pulls the eye lateral, superior rectus pulls the eye up, and inferior rectus pulls the eye down. Okay, what are the other 2 muscles? They are called obliques. There is a superior oblique here, and there's an inferior oblique here. These are involved in torsion of the eye, right? Torsion is kind of like if I rotate my head because I'm on the phone and I move my head this way, my eyes have to create torsion that way to maintain balance. If I move my head and laterally flex to the left, my eyes have to torsion this way, okay? Okay, so again, superior rectus, inferior rectus, medial rectus, lateral rectus, superior oblique, inferior oblique. The superior oblique goes through a little notch right here called a trochlea. And it just so happens that the superior oblique muscle is innervated by the 4th cranial nerve called the trochlear nerve. So the superior oblique muscle is innervated by cranial nerve 4 called the trochlear nerve. The lateral rectus is innervated by cranial nerve 6 called the abducens nerve. And the word abducens is the word abduct. So if I were to cover my eye and I follow my finger this way, my eye moved away from midline, that's abduction. Cranial nerve 6 controls that, the abducens nerve, cranial nerve 6. All the other eye muscles are controlled by cranial nerve 3, called the oculomotor nerve. Cranial nerve number 3 is the oculomotor. Those are the other 4 eye muscles. So the way you can remember that is Lindner's chemical equation. It's SO4 LR6 all over 3. SO4 stands for superior oblique, 4th cranial nerve. That's SO4. LR6, lateral rectus, 6th cranial nerve, abducens. All over 3 means all the other eye muscles are innervated by cranial nerve 3, which is the oculomotor. So the superior rectus, inferior rectus, medial rectus, and inferior oblique are all innervated by cranial nerve 3, oculomotor nerve. So again, SO4, LR6, all over 3. That's Lindner's chemical equation to help you learn the eye muscles associated with the cranial nerves. So again, here's another picture. And here is the person's right eye. So let's say their left eye would be here and the nose would be here. So we see medial rectus pulls the eye in, lateral rectus pulls the eye out, and then you have superior rectus, inferior rectus. You have your superior oblique muscle going through the trochlear, and then you have your inferior oblique muscle. So those again are the 6 muscles of the eye. When we look at it from this view, Here is the nasal bone. So this is the person's right eye. We can see the trochlear up here. This is the lateral rectus of their right eye. This is the superior rectus of the right eye. This is the superior oblique of their right eye going through the trochlear. We can't see the medial rectus because that's on the inside. We can see the inferior oblique. So then what is this muscle here? This would be the inferior rectus. Inferior rectus. Let's look at this one again. Still the right eye. Here's the superior rectus, lateral rectus, inferior rectus, inferior oblique. So which is the muscle going through the trochlear? That is the superior oblique muscle. Now we look at this one. Again, same picture, same illustration, but the one highlighted on the bottom. I'll give you a second to think about it. There's the superior rectus, lateral rectus, superior oblique going through the trochlear, inferior rectus, this one wrapping around that creates torsion of the eye. You got it, inferior oblique.